There's a quote from Akira Toriyama that says, "Tackle life with as much energy as Goku." And so I wanted to help y'all do just that. Akira Toriyama is a major reason that I became a personal trainer and fitness coach 14 years ago. One of the main reasons this channel was made and allowed me to help so many people. And to honor our king's words, let's make a daily routine you can do every single day to boost your strength, muscle, energy, health, conditioning, and overall quality of life. It's for all levels from beginning to advanced, so you can tackle life with as much energy as Goku.
Also, if you work full-time or go to school or do both, I'm going to show you how to utilize your time management in a way that'll help you still get stuff done so that this can still be a lifestyle change for yourself just to improve. Because I empathize. I have been there, all right? I used to work at Burger King full-time while going to college full-time, while training clients on the side, and then also like doing YouTube videos on the side, so I can understand when those days just seem like they are so packed and you have little time for yourself. But don't worry, we are going to get through this together so you can crush life just like Goku and Toriyama would want. But for this tackle life like Goku routine, we need to hit 7 sections.
Cardiovascular health, strength and conditioning, flexibility and mobility, brain training, skill work, time management, and master mindset. So first things first, we gotta start the day off with some fresh air, sunlight, a warm up, and some light cardio. I know some people live in cities with smog or wake up and it's dark, and if you can, get to a park or garden with trees and grass around. Just do some light cardio for about 10 to 15 minutes, and if you have time, go for 30 to 60 minutes. You wanna get the blood flow going. That'd be as easy as going on a brisk walk outside, or maybe a light jog, or maybe some jumping rope, or maybe a follow along warm up routine, do some anime god maker / push-ups, and then, play a VR game if you have it, or ride a bike outdoors or indoors. Motion is lotion, and Goku is always about movement, so find something to get you active. Now, while Goku is a farmer, it's easy to forget because most these days he's living like a pro athlete who only needs to worry about training and eating. For most people, we got work, we got school, or both. So this depends on what your schedule looks like. Are you a morning person, an afternoon person, evening person, or a night person when it comes to your lifting, your training, your resistance training, anything, etc.? Do you go to the gym, or do you do home workouts? Or do you work out outdoors? Because while Goku is known as being a calisthenic king, he is also an avid weightlifter and has been one since childhood with boulders, trees, and weighted clothing.
Now, if you have your own training routine, that is awesome and stick with it.
But if not, there's a ton of free ones out there, and I also have quite a few here on my channel for free as well. I even got a Goku and Vegeta Tough Like the Tunes workout. But since this is a Goku lifestyle video, this is a routine I made myself a long time ago, like when I was in my 20s, whenever I needed to train when traveling. Basically hit all the muscles we admire Goku for. This is that program. You can try it for yourself if you want. I did it about 3 times a week. The dashes between exercises mean either or. So for the first one, we got push-ups, aka anime god makers, or bench press. I like incline dumbbell bench press, or just a dip, and then sometimes after that I would alternate them when I did like 3 rounds. So it would be like, oh, the first set I do push-ups, anime god maker, second set I do bench press, and then the third set I do dips if I want to just keep it like more entertaining for myself. I was trying to get this done within a short period of time.
Now, because Goku is all about strength and conditioning, I like this routine even though it's not necessarily a bodybuilder routine.
But depending on the time and equipment, I would also alternate doing every exercise back to back like a time circuit and doing as many reps as possible in 40 seconds, and then resting 15 seconds between the intervals to set up my next workout, and then at the end of the circuit resting 1 minute and doing the entire thing 2 more times. Or if I had more time, I'd do the standard 3 to 4 sets per exercise, where I would do about 10 to 20 reps, because again, Goku is still about conditioning, where I could do no more with good form. And if an exercise was too easy, I'd modify it to be more challenging. So when I got to 20 reps, that means that 21 should be absolutely impossible. But another thing about Goku is he is a genius of making sure he listens to his body. And while Saiyan genetics do give him an edge over, like the regular humans and all this other stuff, he says some pretty profound stuff. I talked about this before in a short that I'll just add here, but if you've already seen it, you can skip, just go to this timestamp. But this is just something I really loved, even though it's from the dub, and this is what he says in Japanese, by the way.
Sometimes rest is as important as training, maybe even more important, because if we give our muscles a chance to rest and build back up, we can get a lot more out of them than if we just kept training the whole time.
Damn, Goku and anime Mike Mincer. But real talk, I don't think enough people appreciate the underrated and practical genius of Goku's training.
What he said is facts, especially for naturals. When you train too intensely every single day, while it can get results and build up the neural pathways in the brain for consistency and mindset, it can potentially lead to a fried central nervous system, overuse injuries, accidental muscle tears, or even rhabdomyolysis, where your muscle begins to break down and your pee looks like it's coming out of vending machine. Whis even mentioned this in DBS, and it makes sense why Goku was always so much further ahead than Vegeta, or was able to catch up relatively quickly when Vegeta pretty much destroyed himself daily, and while Vegeta improved, Goku trained hard and with intensity, but also worked out much smarter. Don't mistake recovery for laziness. Allowing your body to refuel and come back stronger will let you crush personal PRs without burnout, and on days off, you can even do IRL activities to keep your body moving. It's only laziness if you're not truly pushing yourself on those training days.
Also, I just played the End of Z DLC with him training with Pan, and I love that he passed that knowledge down to her as well.
There's a stretch we've seen done that is unanimously known as the Goku stretch. So honestly, I just recommend setting a time of day to do some mobility and stretch work. Your body will thank you. I've gone in depth talking about that here, but I find whenever I am consistent with mobility work, even 5 minutes a day, I get less tightness and also less injury sneaking up on me. And since I'm a millennial in my early 30s, I want to hold on to that.
But that's the beautiful thing about YouTube. There are literally thousands of follow-alongs on here so that you can never get bored, all right? There are so many options to choose from. However, if you're also a person who has like choice paralysis, where it's like it's too much, I do have a couple on my channel that you can try out, my Baki one and my Luffy one as well. But as long as you're just being consistent with it, that's really going to help your body. Like, trust me on this. As someone who is 33 right now, I'm saying to you, once I got here, I thought like I'd get a bunch of issues, but whenever I am consistent with my stretching, my mobility, all that stuff, injuries go down less, and I feel like I have a lot more energy. So keep that in mind. It keeps you healthy. It's like medicine for the body.
Even though Goku is shown to be silly at points, he's shown just how much he's sharpened his mind through training. I am a big advocate for meditation. There are so many scientific benefits that have been proven, high-level athletes use it, and I'm a big advocate for mental health in general, but also being able to focus and have emotional regulation to choose how you respond instead of reacting sporadically right away because of your emotions like getting the best of you, I think is just so important just for like people in general. I know for a lot of people meditation can seem boring or like it's not working, but it is not an overnight thing. It is a consistency thing. And then after a while, you will instinctively notice differences. You can use an app like Headspace to get started for 5 to 10 minutes a day, or I do have some follow-alongs on this channel to help you, either with speaking cues where I'm like guiding you through it like calmly just talking to you, or non-speaking cues where you just follow along with what's on screen. Now this is for you. What are you trying to get skilled at? Is it a physical thing like martial arts or dancing? Or is it a technical thing? You want to practice it often. I remember when I worked at Burger King, I would practice boxing moves and handstands outside and other stuff when I wasn't on the clock, or when I had a moment to myself when I was taking out the trash or going up some stairs or etc., you know, stuff like that. And once I had that time to myself, I was just like, okay, I can just like throw this in. Because remember, if you're having fun learning a skill, then it's not work. And that's a cool quote from Baki. I actually remember this quote right here. I think is absolutely so true, but it also plays to Goku as well. If you're having fun, then it's going to be like easier for you to like, you know, want to continue doing it so it does not become work. And it's something you just practice over and over and over until you get it.
Now, a lot of people always say they wish they had a hyperbolic timetable just because their time management is just stressing them out so much and they feel like they just don't have time for anything. This is something I actually picked up from Brandon Carter, which helped me out astronomically with my time management and also help my clients out as well whenever I'm training them too. So like we can just go through the day, and I feel like it can help y'all out as well. So what we need to do is see how many hours per week you do these things. And these are things you need to do per week. And so that's sleep, work, workouts, and spend time with your family, spouse, SO, okay? Stuff like that, right? So how many hours on average do you sleep? So that's like, you know, you take every day. So that's 7 days. You just go like, okay, I sleep like 8 hours, 7 days a week, or 7 hours, 7 days a week. Again, it's average. It could be different. Just like add up all that stuff. And you know what? Get a piece of paper out. Do this along with me, all right? That's what you're gonna do, all right? Add all that up right here. And whatever that number is, like just put that right here. Next, all right, how many hours a week do you work or go to school, or like, you know, you do like your sports stuff, like go along with that, like depending on where you are in life. So add all that up. How many times per week does that happen? And then add up that number just like you did for sleep. And then workout, how many days a week do you work out? How many hours per day do you work out? Stuff like that. I'll add up all that right here. And then, you know, if you're spending time with your family, this depends on like what section of life you're at. Like, for example, if you're a mother or father, you have to take care of your kids and stuff like that. Or if you're like married, you have to like be there for your spouse. Or if you're like in a relationship that you actually want to go places, you have to spend time with like your SO, and that shouldn't be like a chore to you. It should be something like, oh no, I actually enjoy spending time with my SO and stuff like that. All right, so these are the important things right here. And then, you know, friends, like if friends are if you want your friends to be cheering you on for your goals and stuff like that, they should be able to make stand. Of course, like you can make time for them after all this, but these are the 4 that you need to accomplish. All right, so these are the 4 you need to do every week. All right, next, 168 hours in a week total. So just over days, you know, that's how many hours there are in a week. And then what we're going to do is take all these numbers. You're going to take the number of this, add them all up, put it right here, and then have 168, subtract that, and then see how much time you actually have left. And when you see how much time you actually have left, even if it's just like, you know, a couple things, it is powerful, where it's just like, oh crap, I could, you know, utilize my time a lot more effectively if I'm doing this. Because so many times we get in our heads thinking that like, oh, we don't have so much time, but you do have time. You just have to be smarter about how you go about it. And that's what I'm here to help you do.
Great Scott.
I know, this is heavy.
Because while there's nothing wrong with decompressing from time to time, you can start to notice just how much of our time we sort of just overdo zoning out on our phones, computers, or TVs. Like we have infinite time when the hourglass is going down. And a lot of people will do this thing where they mask their true feelings like, yeah, well, I didn't care about any of that. I'm happy doing this all day, every day. Am I right? Am I right? But then when they are alone, those thoughts creep in and they got no one to say this to but themselves, so they got to do this shadow work. There's this feeling in many of them that are like, damn, I didn't really do much with my time here.
And I know this so much because I used to be that person, all right? So if you've ever felt that way, I want you to know right now you are not alone, all right? I want you to know that, all right? There are tons of people who go through it. I'm talking about it openly. We are not alone. It is a feeling that you just feel like, oh God, And so do not beat yourself up, all right? That is a very common thing. And also, I want to say this right now, little improvements to your lifestyle make you feel better physically, all right? One of my favorite things is seeing people just start like getting into exercise and health and fitness and all this stuff, and then they start posting like, oh crap, I'm actually starting to feel really good in these areas because of the science. It actually does a lot of benefits for your body overall. And the thing about exercise is it does not take much. You can get a great workout in less than 5 minutes. I guarantee you. If you don't believe me, do 20 seconds of burpees, as many reps as you can in 20 seconds, and then immediately go into 20 seconds of clap push-ups, as many reps as you can do, and then immediately go into 20 seconds of jump squats, as many as you can do, and then rest 10 seconds, and then repeat that 3 more times. That is less than 5 minutes, and it's a great workout. Now, of course, you know, make sure you're warmed up so your shoulders are good, and then also do your YTWLs before bed, because we want the shoulders to be healthy. This is not just about getting strong and being conditioned. It's also about living a lifestyle where I feel healthy. You don't want a body that's like looks really great but broken all the time. You want your body to be fluid and strong. That is all Goku would want for you. That is all Toriyama would want for you. That's all I want for you. And I know you can do this.
Also, it is okay if you slip up from time to time. Sometimes people are afraid to admit they were wrong or that they lost at something. And people will internally go, I didn't mess up. I'm not a failure. I'm not a loser. This is horse shit. And it makes them obstinate to learn or self-reflect from the situation. But realize this, it is okay. And now you got evaluative experience to help you grow as a person. All right, that is one of the biggest things Goku taught us. Goku has lost so many times, but he is still a goat of self-improvement. Do not let a fragile ego keep you from bettering yourself in the long run.
You are not alone. You can do this. Say it with me. I can do this. Again. I can do this. Again. I can do this. Again. I can do this. Yeah! Okay? People are afraid to be cheesy, but that's why I'm the Mac.
Also, if you use an app like Google Calendar, you can map out your day meticulously from beginning to end. And let's talk maintaining passion. I heard a quote a while ago about how so many people can only enjoy life by partying with friends, overindulging in food, drinking, gaming, hooking up, watching too much. And while those feel great, you can only really do those pleasures sparingly, and they deplete your dopamine. And dopamine lets you chase after your goals with passion. If you did them every single day, they'd lose their specialness, and then it turned to hedonism at a point, since you're only getting happy from pleasurable stuff. Also, if you've seen this episode of SpongeBob with Squidward living the perfect life every day, or even The Good Place in the last season, this is a discussion that needs to be had. If every single day was perfect, at first, most everyone loves it. But when it's like that, always like that, no matter how great something is, if it is overindulged in, it loses that special oomph. Because that is how we evolved. No matter what place you're at, if you stay there long enough, you will hit a level of homeostasis to maintain, because the human body is a genius of adaptation. Think of it like playing a game. You want a little challenge, because if it is too easy, it starts to become less fun and then becomes boring. But also, you don't want your life to become a checklist where you're just going through the motions day after day. But if you can find a way to attach joy into pushing yourself and learning new things and unlocking different potentials you never knew you had, then you could potentially enjoy life every single day and still enjoy those fun times with friends just as much, because you found a new purpose, and every night you can go to bed feeling accomplished because it's like you legit leveled up. And so go learn a new thing. It can spice up the day, whatever it is. Go make Toriyama proud, go make Goku proud, but most importantly, make yourself proud. I'm already proud of you because you are making the decision to improve.
And again, don't overthink this stuff, all right? If you are walking, you walk a lot, all right? That counts as cardio. Yes, it does. It may not be athletic cardio, but it does count as cardio, and it keeps your heart and lungs healthy, boosting your quality of life. Guess what? If you do some light stretches there and back, that's helping your flexibility and mobility. You don't have to do like excessive stuff to a point where it's like, oh, I have to like feel like I'm completely tearing up my body when I'm training. No. It's about the consistency, because that turns it into a lifestyle that you can stay with like perpetually. I know you can do this. I know for a fact you can do this. If no one believes in you, your friendly neighborhood JaxBlade believes in you, and you believe in yourself, all right? You can do this. Aim to get 1% better every single day, and 100 days from now, your future self will thank you. So move well, study well, play well, eat well, and rest well. Or if you prefer the dub way, work hard, study well, and eat and sleep plenty. That's the Turtle Hermit way, so get that daily cardio in, focus on the mindset, focus on strength training, but don't go too intense with it because we don't want to fry your central nervous system. But as always, you got this. I have faith in you. And again, like if you're interested in any more DBZ stuff, I got a ton of stuff here for you if you are interested, like if you're new here. And of course, if you like the video, you can hit the like button and subscribe if you want. I got tons of stuff like that here. But again, I just wanted to do this video to honor our fallen sensei, because he is the GOAT, and I hope his family and all his loved ones are doing well. And especially DBZ fam, all of us are gonna get strong and make Goku proud and Toriyama proud, and just overall make yourself proud, like I always say. But remember, like I always say, keep calm, booyah on, and don't forget, Momentai. Now, let's go train, baby. Woo!